Well, guys, well played. A hard-fought, tactical battle. Overall, Pedro, does it feel like a good day?
No, in the end, we wanted to win, but we had a hard work in front of us. We know that they are a good team. I think we came to the game to win it. Of course, we are not as happy as we wanted to be, but we don't want to lose as well. It's a good point against a tough team.
Yeah, Mark, I said it was hard-fought and tactical. What was it like to play in?
Yeah, I think same that Pedro is a tough game. They play each other with the same ideas for a long time, but I think today we play well. For sure, we want to win, but I think we draw. We need to keep going this way. I think we are doing well the thing, so we need to stay in this way and try to push more.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you both about your respective battles. Pedro, you with Ben White, you were booked, he was booked. From that point on, what do you think about, picking your moments, when to go at him, when to lay it back, when to attack, when to defend?
No, I think it's the moments of the game. So I went to him when I should go, and I hold the game when we should. So it's in terms of reading the game, this kind of stuff, and I think we did really well. We had some moments that we could done better, but I think, like Mark said, we did a really good job, and we want to improve and continue to at this level, because I think the consistency is the important point.
And then tell us about that first Premier League goal for Chelsea, because then that comes when you switch to the right.
Oh, I'm really happy. I'm really happy to help the team. Like I said, this is a group that works really hard every day. So I am one more to help the team, and I'm really happy.
And Mark, just tell us about your battle with Saka. Feels like we've seen quite a few of those over the last few seasons, and perhaps most people would agree you got the better of him today.
No, I think he's a top player. We play like a lot of times in front of each other, but I think he's big respect. I think he's a top player, so I try to do my work. I think he wants to do his work, so it's a good battle, and hopefully we can do more of this.
What is the secret against him? What do you need to do well personally?
Marco Cucurella.
No, I don't know. I try to try to don't give space. I try to be always close to him. We know he's a special talent, so I try to do my work, help my team. I need to do my job in the pitch. So I think today I try to do the best of me, and we give one poison. We need to go.
Yeah, and you joked he needs to be Marc Cucurella. You obviously need to be Pedro Neto. Do you feel like you're growing into that Chelsea shirt? The performances are getting better and better?
Yeah, like I said, I work every day to improve it, and I'm trying to get to my best and continue, so it's what we'll continue to do.
OK, well, player of the match, named by your old friend Gary Neville, Marc Cucurella.
No, thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Pedro.
I don't know what to say to that, do you?
No, it's a pleasure. I think I try to do my work. Hopefully we can win the game, but the same I say, we have one more point. The league is long, so we need to keep going, keep improving. So in the end of the league, we see where we are.
Play, guys.
Thank you very much, guys.
Well done, Pedro. Well done.
Almost speechless, Marc Cucurella, at winning the Player of the Match award. But they have got a point, Graham, against top opposition. They've been beaten by Manchester City. They've been beaten by Liverpool. The only two defeats this season so far. Do you think it is a sign of progress that they did manage to find a way back against top opponents today?
Yeah, I do. And over the course of the game, I don't think they deserved to lose. They deserved something from the game. It was a hard-fought match, and delighted for Marc Cucurella because he's had a tough start to his career here at Chelsea. Came in with maybe a high fee, and at a time where the team probably wasn't functioning as well as maybe certainly what he was used to. And he had to take some stick here at Stamford Bridge. It was quite hostile at times. So credit to him.
How tough was that for him, and also for you when you were trying to pick a team and work out whether to play him or not?
Yeah, it was a period of time where it was almost you're trying to think, well, if the results aren't going so well, you want to do as much as you can to have the crowd with you. But it was obvious that there was a real dislike for Marc here. So it goes into your thinking about whether to put him in. I remember we played him against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League, and he was amazing. I think he was man of the match. But so it's a credit to him. He's got the character. You're not going to get a better person in terms of how he is with the teammates, how good he is around the club, around the place, and how he fights every single day. That performance against Saka requires an intensity and a commitment every single day, and he's rewarded for that.
When he first came into English football at Brighton, did you see this development, this player who was going to go on and win European championships?
No. I think that if we have to be honest, I mean, I think we paid 20 million or something for him, less than that. And if you're going to turn that over in a space of 9 months to 60 something million and have the top teams in Europe after him, that's huge credit to him. Like I said, he just came into the team at Brighton. He solved some problems for us in terms of balance on that left side, but his personality is infectious. He's a real good character around the team. He's got fantastic intensity. Not many players can go one-to-one with the likes of Saka and deal with him physically, and Mark does that. And then he's I think he's progressed his game. I think the Euros was great for him. He's not the final third necessarily player, so I think how they've found a role for him now at Chelsea has been really good. Left of a three, sometimes in build-up, sometimes in central midfield. He's better suited to that than he is maybe attacking the back line. But like I said, all-round person, he's amazing.
It was a bold move as well by the manager, wasn't it? Because Reece James played left-back last week. He decides to play him because he probably realised one-on-one defending, he's as good as anybody, and he gets close to Saka. It was a great battle all game between the two of them, and you have to probably say he just edged it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think that's where Enzo's got the decision to make about which one of the fullbacks he's going to leave out.
And
I think it will depend on what he wants from the build-up, how he wants the extra player to go in. I still don't think it's perfect for them in that situation at the moment, because sometimes Gusto goes up into the 8 space, and he's maybe not that type of player to receive in between the lines. He's more attacking the back line type player, combinations with Madueke. But yeah, you're right, to leave out Reece, who is he's the captain. He's on his day, he's one of the best players. But I think that he's trying to find his way back into form as well. He's had a long time out, injury. He needs rhythm. He needs a lot of games. So I think it's he'll have his moments and he'll be back again.
There were a couple of big calls from Mikel Arteta in his selection as well today. There was a question over Declan Rice's fitness. He came back into the team, and of course Martin Odegaard playing for the first time in 2 months from the start in the Premier League. Did you like what you saw from Arsenal today, despite the fact it is now 4 without a win in the Premier League for the first time in 18 months?
Yeah, it's hard. Arsenal got a bullseye on their back. They're a big team. They're a big team. Everybody wants to beat them. They're struggling. I find their confidence is a little bit low at the moment. I didn't think it was free-flowing today. I thought it was a bit stoppy-start. And when you got confidence goes, not everybody wants the ball. When you watch Arsenal in full flow, everybody's moving. It's like the red arrows. Everybody's wanting the ball. Today, you're seeing it from up here, and Partey gets it, or Rice gets it, or Odegaard, and there's not a lot of options. Do you know what I mean? It's not like 5-6 passes. And, you see from the goal when Odegaard nicks the ball, it's only because of his intelligence and his vision. There was only one pass on when he nicks it, and that was out wide again. He's a clever footballer. And it's only good for Arsenal. They've got to get on a run now, got to get consistent. They can reel off 5 or 6 wins. They will have to do
Well, absolutely. We saw they were perfectly capable of that, didn't we, last season? You spotted, Graham, when you were watching it, that Arsenal will come to the goal in a second, but even before that, the big chance in the first half that fell for Martinelli came from this desire to win the ball high up the pitch.
Yeah, as I said before the game, I thought that'd be a key part of Arsenal's mentality in the game, to try to disrupt the build-up, to try and create a chance when the defences aren't so organised. And I think that's a good example. You can see they've won it high. Probably be disappointed with the finish. Credit to the goalkeeper there. Even this one, they've trapped them on the touchline, win the ball back. This position, Malo Gusto's now high. He makes a great recovery run to get back. They're just a little bit unorganised. Now you can see Gusto coming into the picture. He still gets in a decent position, but there's an overload on the back post with 2v1. It's Odegaard's fantastic vision and
this time he goes the other way, Martinelli.
Yeah, and this time.
What do you think about the goalkeeper there?
Yeah, well,
sorry, Graham. We'll come to that. Jamie, just make this point on Odegaard.
It's just quality. You can just see him there. He wins the ball back, and again here, look at the little movement he makes to help his teammate. That's just football intelligence. He keeps the ball alive, and you can see there Chelsea tried to hold the edge of the box, but Levi Colwill just steps back a yard, and you can see Martinelli at the back post is onside. Graham's right. There's a 2v1. Gusto's got a problem. He plays a delightful ball into the back post, and then it becomes almost a bit of cat and mouse. Is he going to go for that far corner, or is he going to reverse it into the near post, which he does beautifully? It's a really good finish. Yes, the keeper could do better, but I think sometimes you've got to credit, because I think he just whips it in. It's not an easy one. It's a tough height as well for the goalkeeper. Good piece of play by Martinelli. But what it showed you there is the Odegaard effect. He gives you so much, not just going forward, but winning the ball, pressing high. He's such an important player, and Arsenal's performances will just go up and up, the fact that now he's back in the team.
Any fault on Robert Sanchez there, do you think?
He's the type of goalkeeper that will back himself to give him a bit more space in that near post area. Sometimes we say, I'm talking myself as if I'm a pundit now, but goalkeepers can't get beat in the near post. But what he'll do is he'll back himself to give himself a bit more space to then give himself a chance to save the one in the back post as well. And in this case,
we saw with the save in the
exactly.
first
But I think in this case he'll be disappointed because even though it's close into his body, knowing him, he'll be a little bit disappointed with that.
It's not the easiest finish either from that angle, is it, Paul?
Goalkeeper made it easier. The goalkeeper made it easy. He can't get beat there. He can't. It's just as simple as that. I'm not a goalkeeper. I've never been a goalkeeper. But if I'm in that position where Martinelli is and he's going to come back on his right foot, it's easy there in the near post. If he bends it with bend and it hits the post and goes in, sometimes you just got to go, well played, that's talented. But he didn't have to do a lot there. He didn't have to do a lot. You've got to make sure it goes the other way. And I don't know how it works in the dressing room nowadays with the technology. I don't know if someone's had a word with him because the first chance, he does take a chance, doesn't he? Here where we are with the first shot, which is left-footed. When I said in the first half, and I don't know if someone said to him, he's gambled a little bit there. He's gambled, and someone's gone. Next time you have a chance, just hit it in your near post. I don't know, might have, but he's got to save that for me.
The equaliser from Chelsea and Pedro Neto, who sort of shrugged off the question from Patrick about moving to the right-hand side, and could he actually be more effective in that position? Jamie, what are your thoughts?
He can play both sides. I like this little bit of movement. It looks really simple, but you can just see he cuts back in there. Martinelli doesn't follow him. Now he's behind that midfield of Arsenal's, and he hits a great shot. The other problem that Arsenal had is there'd been a corner, and in that situation, Saliba had run out, and you can see that they get a little bit disjointed from a defensive point of view. I'd like to have seen Saliba probably as quick as he could change there, and I think he might have just been quicker to get to the ball than what Timber was, and he's such a big frame that we'll never know. But I always feel like as quickly as you can get your other centre-back back into that position, it would make sense. Would you agree with that, Graham?
Yeah, I would. And in an ideal world, you don't want your centre-back initially going out so wide, and in an ideal world, you want everything to be back organised as quickly as possible, but as things happen quite quickly, that's where the challenges are, because it's the second phase, it's a bit unorganised. As I said, I don't think any team really were that good in terms of being able to create chances when defences were organised. It was when it was in these situations. As you say, I think the credit to Neto, he's recognised Gusto's giving him the width. He's recognised he doesn't have to go out wide in that situation. He's found himself in the space, and the advantage of being an opposite foot on the one side means that he's attacking the goal.
Do you think that's the future for Chelsea?
Well, I think
inverted wingers, if you like.
Yeah.
هل يضحي ريال مدريد بفينيسيوس من أجل مبابي؟ مبابي يرفض فكرة اللعب في مركز رقم 9 ويفضل الجناح الأيسر الذي يشغله فينيسيوس. كشفت تقارير صحفية أن اللاعب ريال مدريد كيليان مبابي يرفض فكرة اللعب في مركز رقم 9 حيث يفضل مركزه المعتاد على الجناح الأيسر مما يهدد مستقبل فينيسيوس جونيور الذي يشغل المركز الثالث في النادي الملكي. وكان مبابي انتقل إلى ريال مدريد مطلع الموسم الحالي قادم من باريس سان جيرمان، لكنه لم يصل إلى ذروة مستوى حتى الآن في صفوف فريقه الجديد. ويعيش الفرنسي إحدى أسوأ بدايات هذا الموسم إذ يفضل اللعب على اليسار، لكن فينيسيوس موجود هناك، وهي المشكلة التي عانى منها في باريس سان جيرمان مع نيمار. وأشارت صحيفة سبورت إلى أن وصول مبابي إلى سانتياغو برنابيو أدى إلى زعزعة استقرار الفريق هجوميا ودفاعيا، وأن النجم الفرنسي بدأ يشعر بالضجر من الموقع على أرض الملعب، فهو لا يريد اللعب كمهاجم مركزي، والخيارات المتاحة أمام المدرب أنشيلوتي معدومة، لأن مبابي وفينيسيوس يلعبان في المركز نفسه. كشفت الصحيفة أن المدرب الإيطالي يواجه مشكلة حقيقية وحلها سيء، لأنه لا يمكن لأي من مبابي أو فينيسيوس الجلوس على مقاعد البدلاء. وسجل الدولي الفرنسي 8 أهداف في 15 مباراة، وهو رقم لن يكون كافيا لمحاكاة أرقام مذهلة في باريس سان جيرمان، حيث كان يتمتع بحرية الحركة على الجناح الأيسر للهجوم. أما مع النادي الملكي فلديه مساحة وفرص أقل بكثير، ويشعر بالإحباط على أرض الملعب لأن الفريق غير قادر على خلق الفرص له. ونجح أنشيلوتي الموسم الماضي في تحقيق التوازن الهجومي بشكل مثالي مع وجود بيلينغهام ورودريغو وفينيسيوس، لكن وصول مبابي أدى إلى إرباك الخط الأمامي في ريال مدريد، فجود بيلينغهام يلعب بعيدا عن مركزه ورودريغو لم يعد أساسيا، مبابي خارج مركزي أيضا بعدما اختار أنشيلوتي الاعتماد عليه كرأس حربة، في حين أبقى فينيسيوس على الجناح. وحافظ أنشيلوتي على فينيسيوس في مركز الجناح الأيسر، في حين أشرك مبابي كمهاجم صريح، وخلق هذا الوضع خط تكتيكي الحقيقة جعل ريال مدريد ينفجر.